Hello and welcome. My name is Amir and this is Advent of Code 2023 part 1. So let's go and see the puzzle and then try to solve it. Day 1. There is a funny story to read here. I will skip that to save your time and we'll get to here where the puzzle is. So the newly improved calibration document consists of lines of text. Each line originally contained a specific calibration value that the elves now need to recover. So for example, this one. On each line, the calibration value can be found by combining the first digit and the last digit in that order to form a single two-digit number. So if I go here, so for example, this example, I need to get 3 and 8. In this one, I need to get 1 and 5. In this one, I need to get 7 from left and 7 from right. So the calibration values of these 4 lines are 12, 38, 15, and 77, and we add them to get to 142. Okay, so for each of these lines, I need let me make it bigger. So I would need a index starting from left, and when I get to the number, I would grab that number, and then I would have an index that will go from here to the left as well, and when I get to a number, I will grab that number. So let's go and try to write it. I will grab this part from here, paste it, save it, and then let's go to here. Here, let me see what I'm getting. So const input is, then I will filter the ones that are empty. Okay, great. So I'm getting the input correctly. Then for each line I need to do something. So here I would say just log the input that will be reduced to something. Accumulator and string. And here I will add this to the result of a function that will be called with this s. So let's call it get number of s, and in the end the beginning value or the starting value is 0. Let's write this function. Make it to 2. Okay. So let me grab one of these inputs so that I know what is going on. Here, make the text a little bit bigger. Okay, so I need an index that goes from here to the left, and yeah, I think one index is enough, just going from left to the right, and I would get these and get these, and then I would get these, and then R and V, and then I would get 3 from the left and then 8 from the right. So if I have something like this, I would get all of these. I get to 3 from the left, then I will stop with the left, and with the right I would continue until I get to 8. Okay, great. So in the beginning, my left and my right are undefined. I will not initialize them so that I could use the undefined value later on. My index is at 0, and I guess I would need the length a lot of times, so let me grab the length here. Great, and then have a while loop. Let's write it with do so that it will run at least once, and I will continue each time I would add to the I until it's less than length. Now here, to get the left one, I would check that. If the left one is not found yet, then check if the letter that exists on the SI is a number, then we found a number, the left number, then the L will be that number, will be this number. Great, so now I think we found the L. Let me return, let me return like 0 for example here, and then log L as well, then run this. So 13170, 13170, and for this line, which is an empty, I get an O, which is correct. Okay, so this is working great. I would do the same for the right part. So this is R, and then if number of len minus I, because we're starting from the end, then this should be len minus I as well, and this should be R. Then in the end, I don't need to log anything. I just need to return something. So I would return, let's say either L is found or provide a 0. Then multiply it by 10, then add it to the R or 0. And then return it. Okay, let me see what we get with this one. What was the answer? It was 142. So I believe this is the correct. Let's get the real input, which is this one. Add it to the input here. And then go here, run it again, 55108. Get back here, 55108. Yes, this is correct. Let's go to part 2. Your calculation is not quite right. It looks like some of the digits are actually spelled out with letters. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have these ones here as well. So in this case, I need to say 2 and then 9. Right. Or for this one, I need to say 8 and then 3. Right. For this one, I need to say 4 and then 2. Correct. So the only thing that we need to do is that when we are doing the check here on the if this is not correct, we need to see that for example, we are here. This is not a number, but this is the beginning of word 1. So this should be used as number 1, so to say. So let me grab these ones here. Get back here. I would have a array here. Let's call it digits. If I can type it today. It is an array of these. Let's add 0 as well. And here in the if, after the if is done, I would have an else. Then I would check that to see if the chunk that we are already in starts with one of those words. So for each of these words, so for let's say d of digits, if I believe it's substring, if s dot substring at that position that we are starts with one of these, so D for example starts with D, then here we are with the L, so L is that digit that is here. So for example, we get to 0, I need to get the index of this one to get the number 0, so to say. So here this should be the digits, sorry, that index of the D value. Okay, I think this is the same thing here for the right part. So for this, and here I should say len minus I, then here it should be R as well. And yep. So okay, let me put it on part 2 so that I don't mess up those two. And let me run this with part 2. And let's go here. 3, 2, 4. Great. So yeah, we did the part 1, which was kinda easy. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If so, please provide a like, comment, or even subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.